The next type of question that we are going to look at in this workshop are matching type questions. This is going to be a little bit more involved than our multiple choice and true false type questions. So let's get some information in here and show you what this is going to look like. Now I have added in my question setup area, match each NFL team to their home city. I have my prompts and I have my possible answers. For my teacher brain, I always put these in next to each other. So I know the Eagles and the correct answer is Philadelphia. Cowboys, the correct answer is Dallas. However, this is not the correct answer setup. The correct answer setup is down below. And I would drag these up to the correct location. So I would drag Philadelphia up next to the Eagles. By having them in order in the beginning, these are really easy for me to just drag up here and get into the correct spots. And now Schoology will know how to assess this question correctly. You have the option of adding as many matches as you want to as few matches as you want. You could have just 3 here by Xing out, or you could add more by clicking add a prompt and add an option. So if I wanted to add another team here, let's see, the 49ers, and I want to add San Francisco. You'll notice down below, I've added a new team. I do need to pull up and tell it what the correct answer is. I have everything matched up. I'm ready to hit save. However, with matching questions, I have these side by side, which means if we preview this question down here, they are all already in the correct order because it's taking them directly from the possible answers and putting them in that order in the answer bank down below. Unfortunately, with matching questions where you would think this would be super important to have, there is no shuffle option here. Teacher just has to remember to do this for an assessment for this type of question. For me, I always liked to just put these in alphabetical order, and that helped scramble them pretty well for my purposes. Every once in a while, I thought, that's not very scrambled just by chance. But now I have them in alphabetical order. When I go back to preview that question down below, I can see now Dallas is the first option. Eagles are not in Dallas. Cowboys, the next option here is Green Bay. So these are in alphabetical order down below. It is an unfortunate extra step that you have to take. You can also change the order of your prompts up here. You could alphabetize those as well. You can also not worry about alphabetizing and just dragging from these little lines off to the side and scrambling them up till you feel like, yeah, I've moved them 4 or 5 times. They've got to be pretty well scrambled. So it's just an extra step with matching questions that you have to remember to scramble one side or the other. Otherwise, if you have, here is my prompt, this is the correct answer next to it, they're going to be next to each other in this view. When your students see it, they're going to be right next to each other in the correct order down below. Some students might not even notice that, but many will, and they're going to figure that out about your matching questions. If we scroll down a little bit further, we can see that this is set to, by default, exact match. But with multiple answers like this, I think we have 9 options. I might click this to partial match. So if they get 5 of the answers correct, they're still going to get partial credit for that matching setup. You also have the option of adding learning objectives with this type of question, which you can see down here at the bottom, adding those learning objectives. When you are satisfied with your question setup, you would click Save. Since I made this a partial match and there were 9 matches, I might want to change this points possible, which we haven't talked about yet. By default, every question is going to be 1 point. You can change those to anything you want. So now I've made this worth 9 points. Each match would be worth 1 point. That's for my own brain, how I want that to work out. Up here at the top, I can see a running total of points, 11. One of the really great things about Schoology is it will do the calculating and the converting for you. If you end up with 33 points here, but you want this to be a 10-point assignment, in your initial creation dialog box, you could set up 10 points and Schoology will do the math for you from this 33, for example, to a 10-point assignment. So that is a nice thing to keep in mind as you are working through creating an assessment for your students.